everyone, it's your girl A Love, the Lit Nurse, and today we're going to be talking about how to pass the NCLEX in 75 questions. I got all the tea, so stay tuned. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you probably just graduated nursing school and you're trying to figure out how in the world to study for this NCLEX. First thing I want to tell you is do not be afraid to take the NCLEX. If you graduated nursing school, you have more than enough knowledge to pass this thing. The NCLEX, the questions are I'm talking one sentence, okay? You're not reading paragraphs and paragraphs of information and then answering the question. Do not get it in your head that this is this big scary test, okay? Because I'm about to give you all the tea to just pass this thing. So what I did, you're gonna do what works for you, right? Everybody's different, okay? But this is what I did. I purchased UWorld. UWorld saved me, okay? So I purchased a packet that had 2 self-assessments. I took the first self-assessment initially, and that kind of told me, okay, my weakest point is med-surg. So I did all of the questions on med-surg. And you know, med-surg, nursing, and fundamentals, that's really your basis of nursing. So you really want to get through those questions because it's going to give you a bulk of the material that you should know for the NCLEX. So I touched up on med-surg. I did all the questions on that unit on UWorld, and then moving forward, what I did was I selected all the categories and I did a test every day composed of 75 questions, okay? You want to do these tests on test mode. Do not do the test on tutorial mode. I'm going to tell you why. The NCLEX, you don't know, when you submit your answers, you don't know what you got right, what you got wrong. So if you sit there and you do your test every day on tutor mode, then it's going to tell you this one's right, this one's wrong, this is why. You're going to get the rationale after every answer, and it's going to train your brain to crave the answer after answering. But if you take your test like you're actually taking the NCLEX, you're golden, because when you go sit down to take that NCLEX, you're like, oh no, I'm not getting the answer back, and I know that, and I'm confident with my answer, and it can go in the system, and I don't even care what the rationale is. So take your test on test mode only. So I did 75 questions a day. What I did was I had an AM schedule and a PM schedule. So in the AM, I set aside 2 to 3 hours and I took my test. I woke up, I got some tea, I did my yoga, and then I sat down and focused in like as if I was in the testing center. I didn't move, and I took my test, okay, for 2 to 3 hours. After that, I would take a break to another hour or so, and then you have your PM schedule. So around 4 p.m. I would go back at it, and this time I would schedule in 2 to 3 more hours, and this time I'm studying. So this time I'm reading through the answers that I got right and that I got wrong. You want to read every single rationale. You want to take notes on every single rationale, and that's exactly what I did. I have my Yes Girl journal as motivation, and as you can see, it's full of notes. Nothing but notes. Nothing but notes. Something dropped out, but so you want to make sure you take notes on every single question, the ones you got right and the ones you got wrong, okay? So after that, after doing a couple of tests, you'll get an idea of, oh wait, I'm struggling in maternity, or I'm struggling in leadership and management. Now you're gonna go back and you're gonna do questions in maternity and leadership and management, and you're gonna just do those questions. And those questions you can do on tutor mode or you can do on test mode. I always recommend test mode first because it just prepares you even more to take the NCLEX. But after taking a bunch of tests, across the category, 75 questions, you'll get to see where your weakest point. Then you go in and you dig in at that weakest point, okay? So then, I took a total of 40 tests, okay? My test bank percentage was 76% complete. My percentage, however, that's what I want to touch on next. Do not worry about the percentage you see on UWorld, because it'll make you want to pull your hair out. My percentage, anywhere from 57 to like 65%, okay? So on UWorld, a 57% is like equivalent to like a 92% chance of passing the NCLEX. So do not let these numbers upset you. You are good. As long as you are taking notes and you are understanding those rationales and you are testing each day like you're testing for the NCLEX, you are good to go, okay? So that first self-assessment that I said that I took before starting my study routine, it actually came back inconclusive. Like, they were like, honey, we don't know if you're gonna pass or fail. So yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, you know, not really knowing what to think about that. But the next time I took my self-assessment, which was 1 week before my test date, I recommend taking your second self-assessment 1 week before your test date, and that was actually a 67%, and it came back with a very high chance of passing, and I was so happy because I felt like my studying was paying off, and it did. Okay, so I kept taking 75 questions a day, even up until my testing date. Actually, the night before my test, I will recommend, I did stop studying around 6 p.m. Stop studying, okay? The day before your test, it's time to unwind, it's time to do some yoga, it's time to stop studying at an early time, and it's time to get to bed at 9 p.m. or, you know, my test was at 8 a.m., so I went to bed by 9 p.m. Make sure you get enough rest, make sure you get some sleep, make sure you do some yoga, make sure you do some meditation, make sure you relax, okay? You need to take care of yourself in this process, all right? Don't let yourself slip. So then I went in to take my test, and the computer stopped at 75 questions, and I got the result. You can pay to get these results 2 days earlier, so I paid, of course I paid for the 2-day response. It's either that or wait 6 weeks, so I paid for the 2-day response, and I found out I passed, and I just want to share all the goods with you guys. So, you know, comment below if you really love this video, or if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer for you guys. And just relax, you got this, you're golden, and you know what you're doing. If you're watching this video and you pass nursing school, you could take that NCLEX tomorrow, baby. You're good. So be well, be easy, love yourself, and I'm sending light and love to everyone. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and comment below.